I'm Blake Linder, an 8th grader from Los Angeles, California. I've always been intrigued with a great variety of sneakers, created from celebrities and legendary basketball players from a young age. I was 8 years old when I was given my first pair of Air Jordans for my birthday. The different appearances and styles and craftsmanship of each sneaker interested me. Countless sneakerheads, that is, people whom collect and display these rare shoes on social media are increasing each year. The sneaker craze has literally taken America by storm. How many billions of dollars are spent each year on the sell and resell of these royal footwear? What are the future trends of this industry? Today we will explore these questions and delve into the world of this $55 billion industry. Interest in vintage, retro, and modern-day sneakers have become not only a clothing phenomenon, fashion trend, but also a tradable commodity. The hard-to-find tennis shoe is now a worldwide sneakerhead occupation with the trading and resale industry. The hard-to-find tennis shoe is now a worldwide sneakerhead occupation with the trading and resale industry. Exclusive stores are bombarded from east to west coast for young boys and men alike looking for that next gem to add to their sneaker collection. My passion for playing the sport of basketball naturally led me down the road of sneaker mania and excitement for the next great kick presenting to a Nike store near you, only to be disheartened by an immediate sold-out sign from the store and the impossibility of purchasing that newest Jordan sneaker you've always wanted. I believe that sneakers are the most influential part of someone's outfit. People find meaning in sneakers and wear what they like.
We can put any sneakerhead in the world into these 3 categories. 3 types of sneakerheads in the sneaker community are the hypebeast, the OG, and the reseller. The first and most popular type of sneakerhead is the hypebeast. The hypebeast always has the hottest new kicks. The hypebeast is the guy who goes to Flight Club and Riff and goes to all the resellers.
The OG sneakerheads are the older guys who have been around much longer in the sneaker game. They have the older shoes, which are typically yellow, falling apart, but those are known as the more rare sneakers, and those do go into that rare category.
The reseller is the guy who gets sneakers for retail and then sells them for double the price or even more.
What type of sneakerhead would you put yourself under and why?
So I'm definitely not an OG because I didn't start too long ago. I mean, I had a pair of like 3s probably when I was younger, but I'm definitely not an OG. I'm not a reseller. I mean, I do resell a lot, but not as much as like some other people I know. So I guess I could call myself a reseller, but I'm probably the hype beast because I like what's new. Yeah, of course. Like the shoes I'm wearing, that just classifies me as a hype beast.
I would say somewhere in between OG and hype beast because I'm not a reseller.
Yeah, we don't resell.
Yeah, I would say hype beast just because you know when something's coming out and you kind of
get excited,
yeah,
you're ready, you're like, oh,
it.
these are mine off top.
But I'm not copying shoes just because they just came out. Like
yeah, I still gotta have them fit my style, but definitely hype beast. Hype beast.
Definitely hype beast.
Hype beast.
So I guess you can classify me under the OG, the hype beast, or the reseller.
You did have like the He Got Games.
Yeah, I mean we've had some of these shoes back in '96, '97, and obviously a lot of these have came out even before then, but I think we were a little too young for some of them.
Early on, I was into basketball shoes such as Nike, Kobe's, LeBron's, and KD's. As I got older, I began to transition into the collector category where I purchased Jordans and designer shoes such as Balenciagas and etc. Once in a while, I would be able to go to the local retail sneaker shop and cop a pretty cool pair of Jordans for a nice solid retail price. Many of these sneakers that I purchased when I was a bit younger were very nice sneakers. They were very nice to play basketball in and to wear, and they lasted you a long time. But they were not as limited as the sneakers on the resale market, such as stores with Flight Club and Riv and 2020, which are all local resale stores in the Los Angeles area. The sneakers that I got when I was younger were known as general releases, GRs. A general release is when a sneaker is widely distributed to the whole global population, and it was not very hard to buy the sneaker. And if you really wanted them, you could go to your local retail sneaker store or wake up a little bit early and wait on Nike.com and add them to your cart. As I grew up and I started getting into the more limited sneakers, it became harder, and I started to realize that it wasn't as easy as it used to be. I had to go wait at stores and raffles, and some people even sometimes camped out. And even on Nike.com, it would usually say sold out like the minute after you tried to add them to your cart. So it became frustrating. After moments like this, I told myself, do I really want this sneaker? But I turned to places like Flight Club and Riff, which are resellers. One of the major sneaker resellers in LA is Flight Club LA. They have over 50,000 pairs of sneakers. They have sneakers ranging from $30,000 to $50. They have everything from runners to Jordans to Nike Yeezys, everything. They have the OGs, the older sneakers, your new basketball sneakers, your old basketball sneakers, anything you wanted. But the only problem was going to reseller stores made you and forced you to pay extra than they sold in the first place. So you had to pay that extra amount to get that rare pair of sneakers that you really wanted that was very hard to get for retail. When did you guys start collecting?
It started when we was really kids, you know. Our moms put us on, you know, the little Carmelos, a few Jordans here and there, and then kind of growing up, you kind of figured like, man, like,
I know I'm in Vans right now. I just got off work, but it
Comfort.
really, it kind of came back my senior year. I got a pair of taxis, the Taxi 12s from
the
my
white
mom.
ones.
Yeah, so that kind of just brought it back. Like I need more Jordans.
and it's just kind of, it just make you, it's not just, you know, the shoes, it's the vibe, you know, it's
How good you feel when you buy a new pair of shoes.
you know, it's everything that comes with it, from, you know, peeping them out, checking them out, comparing the two, and then finally when you get them on your feet, you feel like a whole nother person.
Exactly.
It's what it is.
I want to say I started collecting about 3 years ago.
What's your favorite Air Jordan model and why?
Probably the Air Jordan 3 because that was my first pair, and I just like all the colorways it comes with, like the black cement 3, the white cement 3, and especially the True Blue 3. That's like my favorite one.
3s, 4s, 1s, 11s, all my favorite shoes.
For me, off top is the 12. I think that's like the most perfectly designed Jordan that there is. All the colorways look amazing, so yeah, I'd have to go with the 12. But then the 11 is also a classic. Can't really go against the 11. So
Yeah, mine's is Concourse, simply because that's one shoe I just never got. You know, I always see like, you know, the OGs I knew like rocking them, and I was like, when I get on, when lights start really picking up for me, those are automatic cops. And also the ones. Because I had,
it starts with the ones.
You have to start with the ones. You know, the ones is the classics.
That's my
what you
favorite model.
Yeah,
I like the
ones.
fragments.
Yeah,
the
it starts with
the ones.
Yeah.
Off top, starts with the ones, and yeah, that's because
Yeah.
growing up I had almost every pair. So then now, I mean, my shoe definitely gained a couple sizes, so I got to pick up on some more.
Do you have any sneakers that are really meaningful to you?
Probably my Diamond Dunk Highs, which I've kept dead stock because those are the first pair of shoes I actually got for retail, and I got lucky. I actually got it at a store that's pretty low key. I don't want to say the name now, so I don't give away. So all the viewers, they'll take away my spot, but that's probably like the most meaningful because that started it all off. Like I got this for retail, and then I started trying more and more, and eventually I started getting more for retail.
My most favorite and prized Jordans that I have, they're not the most, you know, like outgoing ones, but my Gamma Blues. Those are ones that real hit home for me. I remember it was, you know, I always kind of like, you know, set it on the side, like, you know, it'd be nice to kind of have, and you know, growing up, you know, it's not the easiest come up. We trying to make it, and I remember my mom just somehow she put it together, and on Christmas Day I just opened up my last box and some Gamma Blues. I hugged her, told her I love her, and I told her she gonna get the world because one day she really is. So those are definitely ones that has some real deep meaning behind them, and just because it's a shoe, it really runs deeper than that. Every time I fit them on, I feel my mom with me. I feel her presence. I know that she real deal grinded for those, and just to get it for me as a gift is a blessing. So shout out to you, Mom. I love you.
After being in Little League basketball, I think my first pair of retro sneakers was probably a pair of Bred 4s back in 2012. And I still have those shoes to date. I rock them all the time. I never let any of my shoes sit. And as a sneakerhead, or the sneakerheads out there would probably laugh at the condition of my Red 4s that I still wear all the time, but to me they're a classic shoe and I love rocking them.
I guess for me it goes back to the taxi, because that's kind of the Jordan that just made me like, man, I need to get more shoes. And then you put the taxi on, man, you feel better. You put the taxi on, you got so much more confidence. You go talk to whatever girl walks by, because she gonna look down and see those. So
you're like, she's not gonna hit you with the, what are those?
Yeah, so definitely goes back to the Taxi 12 for me again.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think the overall sneaker culture is becoming? And like, is it heading into the right direction with people camping out for Supreme and stuff?
I don't think it's heading into the, okay, so the Yeezys, I think they are heading into the right direction. Nike and Jordan, they're just after the money, and they're producing hundreds of thousands of pairs, which I think isn't right. Because then it just, having a pair of Jordans isn't that big of a deal anymore, because you can just go to the store and it's on the shelves. But like 3 years ago in 2012, or even earlier, 2011, like you had to be there ASAP, or else no Jordan 3, you know what I mean?
I feel like it's diverse enough to fit everybody's individuality, because like you're not really, it's diverse enough to where everybody, if you, whatever you like, there's something out there for you, so I don't know if you like low tops, high tops, whatever it is, they're out there now. So.
And then nowadays it's, people really do have just crazy different styles. I mean, you might run into one dude who's just like this and run into another, but all these different shoes just provide such a variety for so many different individuals, and then all these shoes are so different that the plus side to it is, that becomes your style. When you start wearing those, so you see your boy, you're just like, oh, like off top, like I know he likes these, like off top.
You even see it with like the NFL and the NBA players. They're wearing different colors and different kind of shoes just because it's showing their individuality. So I feel like it's good to have. Exactly. Like, nobody else but Nick Young would wear some 750s in the game, So it lets you know like that there's enough shoes out here to be diverse. Whoever you are, you find something.
And then everybody gets to find that one shoe that really means a lot to them, which is the craziest part. It's the coolest part, because then you can connect, like just like how we connected with you, just speaking over shoes. It really can't. It's shoes. It sounds funny, but shoes can really bring people together. And
I think the sneaker culture. I mean, obviously prices and collectability is all based upon what the market is out there. So again, these shoes all have a retail value, but as of right now, they all have a resale value as well. That's all based upon collectability, just like basketball cards were a while ago, comic books. So if one day people stop caring about these shoes, then their value is only going to be what someone's willing to pay for them. So could it die down? Yes. Do I see it happening in the next few years? No. Do I think the shoe market's going to change a lot? I think it has. As you've seen a lot lately, these shoes that are coming out, unless it's something very, very limited, it's been sitting on shelves. It's not very difficult to get like it was a few years ago.